welcome back to some yoga. So today we are going to do what I'm calling the hip prescription, and it's just going to be some movement, some mobility to get into the hips, and also a little bit in the shoulders and the back, because everything is all connected, your muscles, your ligaments, the bones. And so if you have tightness and lack of mobility in your hips, it will affect all along the chain of your body. So start off finding a comfortable seat. I think it's always great to sit up on a prop like a block, a pillow, a stack of books. This is going to help to align your spine, and it makes it a little bit easier when your knees drop down below the hip bones to sit up nice and tall. From here, let the eyes close down. Find a soft gaze in front of you on the ground if that feels more comfortable. And take a few rolls of the shoulders. Just kind of letting them fall down the back, away from the ears. Starting to soften through your whole body. And as you're settling in, just noticing. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out. Breathing in, feel the cool air coming in through your nostrils. Try and send it all the way down into your belly and sigh it out. Let your breath move through you like a gentle breeze moving through the trees. We'll start off class today with box breathing. So if you can imagine that your breath is drawing a square in your mind, we're going to take an equal part inhale and exhale. So I'll count us to guide us through, but that's the general gist of it. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in and breathing out. Start to draw this square in your mind, taking your own count with your breath, which could end up being a little bit longer, maybe a count of 6, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe 2 or 3. So take your time moving through. And as you start to finish up whatever box that you're on, we'll take a nice big breath, breathing in both nostrils and sighing it out. We'll do it another time just like that. And as you sigh out, really try and let out a good audible sigh. Let your body feel the release, the relaxation that happens when you exhale. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale to bring the palms down towards your heart. Bring to mind some sort of intention, piece of gratitude here, something that is meaningful to you and that you can keep in your heart as you move about your day, or maybe as you head into your run after this. Now the right hands will come down by your side. The left arm reaches all the way up and over. Nice big side stretch here from your fingers all the way down to your hip. And we'll bring it over towards the other side. The right hand reaches up and over, aiming to find a lot of length. Relax in your neck. You don't have to hold your head up. You can let the ear drop down towards your shoulder. And we'll rise back up through center. Why don't we add in a little twist here, turning towards the right side, the back. Right hand acts like a kickstand, helping to grow the spine up nice and tall and long. And over towards the left side. Same over here, growing up tall through the spine, nice inhale. And as you exhale, you might be able to twist a little bit more into your body, into that space that you create with your breath. Great, come back around through center. We'll move into our child's pose. So here, the hips are gonna come down towards your heels. The knees can be as close together as you like, or as far apart as you like. So your body can just rest down in between the legs, the arms reaching out long in front of you, and either bringing the forehead down to the mat, or even placing your prop underneath. Just brings the ground a little bit closer and makes it more spacious in your body. Start to find a little rock of the forehead side to side, massaging your mind. And on your next inhale, we'll start to walk the hands all the way off the right side of the mat. So the left hand might be able to stack on top of the right, and we'll shift the weight into the left hip. Breathing into our whole side body again, a little extra stretch on the left side. And then walking the hands back through center, over off the left side of the mat. The right hand might be able to stack on top of the left, and then we'll shift the weight into our right hip. So this time we're stretching out the right side of the body. Walking our hands back through center. We'll come up into a nice tabletop here. The shoulders are stacked over the wrists, the hips right up over your knees. For a cat-cow, the belly will drop down on an inhale, the gaze lifts up. And as we exhale, press through your finger pads, through the tops of your feet to round through the spine. Inhaling to let the belly drop, the gaze lifts. I have a nice picture of some mountains over here that I like to look at. Exhale to round through the spine. And start to move with your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. As the body starts to feel a little bit more warmed up, you can add in maybe some big hip circles here. Maybe like C curves. You can look over one shoulder and over the other shoulder. Or maybe there's something completely different that you want to add in. Let the movement just feel natural, feel really good in your body. This class is all about you and all about things that you need to feel better. Good, now starting to come to stillness. A nice solid tabletop. We'll send the right leg long behind us, planting the ball of the foot down into the mat. So we'll start to just rock a bit forwards and back. And then we'll lift the right leg about hip height, and bending in the knee, start to draw some circles. Try to move from your hip socket instead of the knee, although the knee will inevitably draw circles as well. We really want to dust out the cobwebs in the hip. Circle the other direction. send the right leg long behind you. We're gonna drop it on over towards the left side of the mat. Again, pressing the ball of the foot into the floor and finding a little bit of a rock forwards and back here. Notice how it feels when you kind of sink your hips back. If there's any areas that you're getting a really good stretch, then hang out there. One more breath. And then we'll lift up the right foot, arc it on over towards the right side of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. As we rise up into our gate latch, the left arm reaches all the way over towards the right. Good. Releasing the hands down towards the ground. The left hand is going to plant about underneath your nose. The right arm, we're sweeping up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're guiding it under the left arm. You can start to drop the right side of your face, your right shoulder, towards the ground until you feel a good stretch. Inhale to sweep the right arm up overhead. And then exhale, guide it under the left arm. One more time, sweep the right arm up. And exhale to guide it under the left arm. Wonderful. We'll bring the right knee in to match with the left knee. And we'll take this over towards the other side. Now the left leg reaches out long, planting the toes, the ball of the foot into the ground. And start to rock a bit forwards and back, getting into your calf, the back of the leg. This even helps to open up the foot, which is wonderful after being crammed into shoes all day. Now we'll lift up the left leg. We're gonna bend into the knee here and start to draw those big circles. Take your time moving through like you're moving through honey, so you can really feel your hip. This is a big ball and socket joint here. In this type of movement, drawing the circles, add some lubrication. It helps the fluid swish around. Okay, we'll circle the opposite way. And then send the left leg long, and we'll arc it over towards the right side. Pressing the ball of foot into the ground again, start to find a little bit of rock, sending the hips back. And noticing on this side how it feels. One side might feel so much better than the other. And we're just working towards balance, evening things out. On your next inhale, lift the left leg back up, planting it off the left side of the mat. And rising up into our gate latch, the right arm reaches all the way up and over. Lots of length here again, lifting up, finding length from the right fingers all the way down your hip, maybe even down the thigh. And then planting the hands down on the ground in front of you. Right hand will stay planted, left arm reaches up, and we'll thread it under the right arm. So this time, the left side of the face, the left shoulder, it's aiming towards the ground. By no means does it need to touch. Inhale to sweep the left arm up high, and exhale to release it under the right arm. We'll do that one more time, reaching the left arm up, And exhale to release back down. Great. Left hand will plant down. The left foot will come back next to the right. We'll take some marching fire hydrants. So here we're gonna lift up the left leg like you're a dog lifting up on a fire hydrant. Bring it down. Take it over towards the right side, lifting the right leg out towards the side. Bring it down, and we'll just start to kind of march. Lift the left leg, the right, taking your own speed, your own time. The lateral movement is so good for us. Helps to keep the glutes strong, prevents injuries. One more time on each side. I feel the burn. It's good. Excellent. From here, why don't we sink back into a child's pose for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Reconnecting with your body. You might be able to feel your heartbeat here. And we'll start to tuck the toes, lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Take some time to pedal out in the feet, bending one knee, then the other, dropping the heels towards the ground. Now the right leg, we're gonna reach long back behind you, and we're gonna plant it forwards in between your hands for a low lunge. The left knee can come down to the ground. Then inhale to reach the arms up high. Relaxing through your face here, through your jaw. Let the shoulders come down your back. Maybe even give the shoulders another roll or two. Hands will come down to the hips. We're gonna scooch the right foot over off the edge of the mat, toes pointing at an angle, like 2 o'clock. The right hand can come to the thigh, the left arm reaches up and over, and we're aiming to get a stretch in this front hip area. Excellent. Releasing the hands down, we'll step back into our plank. Taking a nice breath here. Nice and strong and stable through your whole body. And then lower knees, chest, chin, all the way down to the ground. Inhale to press up through your hands for your upward facing dog. And we'll send it back into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up, find this upside down V shape. The left leg will reach back long, and then we'll guide it forwards, planting it in between your hands for a low lunge. The right knee comes down to the mat, and the arms reach up high. Maybe adding in a different variation here with your hands. You could bend your elbows, really drawing your shoulder blades together to open up through the chest, or even bind your hands behind your low back. We'll start to scooch the left foot wider, letting the toes face at about 10 o'clock. The left forearm can come down to the thigh or stay at the hip. And the right arm reaches up high this time. Stay soft in the neck. Just letting your head drop down. And then releasing the hands down. We'll step the left knee back. We'll even ourselves out with another plank. And lower the knees, the chest, the chin, everything down to the ground. Pressing up into our upward facing dog. And then lowering all the way down, we'll flip onto our backs. And we'll find a reclined pigeon pose. So here the soles of the feet are going to plant down onto the ground. And then the left leg will take up toward the ceiling, circling in the ankle, maybe flexing, pointing the toes. And eventually when you're ready, we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. So here in this figure four, if you're feeling a stretch through the glutes, through the thigh, then this spot is perfect. There's no need to go any further. If you would like to deepen the stretch, then you can either gather your hands behind your right thigh to draw it in towards your chest, or on top of the right shin. The left toes will stay flexed. This will help protect your knee. And then we just settle into it. Feel the stretch. Let your body relax. Let go of anything that you're holding on to, any tension, stress, anxiety. Let all of that go with your exhales. Take one more big breath in, sighing it out. The right foot will come back down to the mat. We'll reach the left leg up, maybe hold behind the hamstring here, drawing it towards your chest. A little bit of a hamstring stretch. Good, and release the left foot down. Now the right leg reaches up. We'll point and flex through the toes. Circle the ankle, just finding a little bit of mobility for our feet. And then when you're ready, you can cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And again, notice here, do I feel a stretch? If yes, this is perfect. Stay just as you are. If you want to deepen it, then you can either gather your hands behind the left hamstring or on top of the left shin. Any variation that you take, flex through your right foot so the right toes are pointing back towards your knee. This helps to protect your knee. Few more moments. Try and let go of any tension or anything else that you're holding on to. Completely relax into the mat. Like an ice cube melting down on the sidewalk. Picture yourself softening your edges, melting down into the ground. Good, one more big breath in and out. Left foot can come down to the mat, uncross the right leg, maybe draw the hamstring towards your chest, getting a stretch behind the leg here. And then release your right foot down. You can come into any final postures here, maybe a legs up the wall type of shape to drain your legs. Maybe a butterfly posture where you bring the soles of your feet together and let the knees just drop down towards the ground. Or something else if you're choosing. lying down here for the next few moments, taking a few more minutes to yourself. I encourage you to count your breath to 21, letting one inhale and exhale be one count. It's a very simple but not quite easy practice, but it helps build mindfulness, it helps build concentration and awareness. And when we start working on that on our mats, we're able to bring that with us out into our runs and have that concentration and awareness for our own bodies as we run. So take some time to lie down, tune into yourself, and count your breath. Thank you for coming to practice with me, and I'll see you soon.